America is under assault. MSNBC host goes on a complete tirade over Elon Musk. This is a suggestion via Discord. Let's go and check it out immediately, guys. Let's do it.
Now, Fox News contributor, we join you, or joins me, however. Look, we saw that in that San Diego, California shelter, where it's dwindled down to not a single person coming to the shelter. I mean, the president is keeping his promise. Talk to me about, though, just the onslaught of push against him.
Well, what's amazing about it is that it just shows what a crisis of choice this was under Joe Biden. I mean, remember when the Democrats told us we can't possibly secure the border unless you pass the bipartisan border bill? Well, they didn't pass the bipartisan border bill. They haven't. Trump has not gotten a dime more money from Congress. He hasn't gotten a single additional authority from Congress. And the illegal border crossings are down 90% and headed for a 60-year low.
Yes, 94%, 94.7 currently.
All it took was presidential will. And a new border czar, replacing Kamala Harris with Tom Homan, who's a hero because he's actually enforcing the border.
Yeah, I mean, the will to do it, but also the skill to lead through it. I mean, we had former Vice President Kamala Harris in charge of the border by her boss, Joe Biden, and it was lacking there. Some Democrats are working to resist the administration when it comes to illegal immigrant arrests and deportations. I don't know why you want to defend and then resist against criminals getting picked up, but that's what...
Because they don't see them as criminals. They just don't.
They're doing. Far-left Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez hosted a webinar last week showing illegals how you go around the system. Don't open your doors to the immigration customs enforcement officers. And she had some more advice. Take a look.
Okay.
When one of these things comes to your backyard, you can resist.
Are you dehumanizing the person by calling them a thing? That's weird.
And what that happens over millions of people is that you generate enough friction that they cannot go as fast as they want to go. Make sure that you are slowing down this system.
And costing the American public even more money. I think it's time for her to go, guys.
Border czar
she
Tom
should
Homan
not be in
said
power.
he wants clarity from the Justice Department on whether AOC has crossed the line with that event.
Title 8, immigration laws. Look into it, guys.
She fired back at the comment and have the post here. Maybe he can learn to read. The Constitution would be a good place to start. It's a back and forth, and Tom Homan gets the last word.
What I find disturbing is that any member of Congress wants to educate people how to evade law enforcement. You can claim you're educating those constitutional rights. Okay, you can keep that claim. But what she in fact is doing is telling people don't open your door, hide in your home, don't talk to ICE. We're talking about people who are in the country illegally, committed a crime, they're a public safety threat. AOC and others don't want ICE to enforce the laws that they enacted. She's a member of Congress. Let us enforce the laws you enacted. That's what we're supposed to do.
You know, I'll tell you one thing about this. If you're pressing against this, there has to be time and attention taken away with 74 legal cases against this administration already with the steps that they're making. I mean, America deserves to see what this president would do, but you got to put some attention on some of that pushback. Or do you not?
Yes, consistent.
Imagine if a member of Congress produced a video on how shoplifters can avoid getting prosecuted or arrested. I mean, it's literally the same thing. And one of the things Tom Homan is very wisely focusing on.
I would have probably said trespasser, but either way.
I mean, it's literally the same thing. And one of the things Tom Homan is very wisely focusing on illegal aliens with criminal records. But every illegal alien in this country is a criminal, because they crossing the border illegally is a crime. I mean, and AOC, her beef isn't with Tom Homan, it's with Barack Obama. Barack Obama was, when he came into office, he doubled the number of prosecutions for people for crossing the border illegally from 40,000 a year to 100,000 a year. It's something I call people used to call the Sonny Bono doctrine, which Sonny Bono was Cher's ex-husband, who was a member of Congress, was asked, "What's your position on illegal immigration?" And he said, "It's illegal." And
yeah,
it's
well,
funny
Obama has
because
said that too. It's all over you.
Yeah, guys, Obama went hard. I know a lot of people don't like him, right? But when it comes to like the deportations, bro, he was called the deporter in chief. All right, I want you to know how hard he actually went. All right, if you don't want to say nothing good about him on that instance, guys, I get it, I hear you, right? But he deported more people bro, listen, it's crazy. Tom Homan worked for him.
YouTube, you can look
Yeah,
up.
but
He
it's
has
funny
said that
because
too,
it's so self-evident, but
a
it's not
crime
evident to people.
to break into our country. It's so obvious
Yes.
where the crime starts. All right, liberal hysteria over the Department of Government efficiency efforts to cut waste is continuing now. Here's a liberal network host, apoplectic over Elon Musk heading that department, DOGE, as you know the acronym spells. He also had some interesting words for Democrats.
I'd just like you to show that you give a that you got a little emotion about the fact that people are losing their jobs indiscriminately. I just like to see somebody wake the up and get excited about the fact that your country is under assault. They're not at the gate anymore. They're in your bedrooms. They're in your living rooms. They're in your businesses. They got.
Hey, listen, bro, if it's waste, it's waste. I'm sorry. If you have a problem with it, bro, you're rich. You're on TV. Pay their salary.
Your data, dumb. They got all your stuff. Elon Musk has his tentacles in everything you're doing, and nobody seems to give a. So that's all I want, somebody to show that they care enough to get off their fat and say something about it.
That is so disrespectful. Like, I can understand why people don't want to watch them. I mean, that's really, really beyond the pale.
Okay.
And not true. He's going to have to show some receipts. Otherwise, those lawsuits can flow both ways. President Trump and Elon Musk sat.
I mean, listen. What he said right here wasn't that crazy, but I get it. I mean, the emotion, the raw emotion, has the ability occasionally to just completely incite some type of, terrible feeling or vibe, etc. Right? But when he says, "Get off of your fat A," let's say, yeah, bro, we're the fattest country in the world. Well, one of them at least, because yeah, most of us are fat, so that shouldn't offend. That's just real.
Sat down with Sean Hannity and touched on the issue.
They want you two to start hating each other, and they try, President Elon Musk, for example. You do know that they're doing that to you.
Oh, I see it all the time. They tried it, then they stopped. That wasn't. They have many different things of hatred. Actually, Elon called me. He said, they're trying to drive us apart. I said, absolutely. They're actually bad at it, because if they were good at it, I'd never be president. Because I think nobody in history has ever gotten more bad publicity than me. I could do the greatest things. I get 98% bad publicity. I could do, outside of you and a few of your very good friends, it's like the craziest thing. But you know what I have learned, Elon? The people are smart. They get it.
Yeah, they do, actually.
They get it. They really see what's happening.
Your reaction?
I don't think they do, bro. I'm telling you, like my entire Facebook feed are people who definitely do not like Trump. They don't like him. All right. So all I see, they're not getting it. Trust me. They think you're a monster. That's what they think you are. But if you don't step outside of specifically even his own echo chamber, then you won't really see that. Right. But you'll start to believe that everyone has the same overall level of common sense, but they don't, guys. They don't. They're still crying. All right.
Well, first of all, the Democrats are in complete disarray because the resistance is dead. I mean, if you compare this from 2016 when they were trying to destroy Donald Trump, now they're just defeated. I mean, they threw everything they had at him. The Mueller probe, 2 impeachments, 91 indictments. There were even 2 assassination attempts, and he survived everything. He's like that Marvel superhero when you have the scene where they're throwing every rocket and every grenade and everything at him and the smoke clears, and he's standing there completely unscathed. And not just unscathed, strengthened. Strengthened. He's in a position. And what are they doing? They're sitting there defending foreign aid. I mean, and illegal immigration, not deporting people with criminal records. Just, 80-20 issues. Be on the right side.
Yeah. Defending foreign aid, especially some of which was going to terrorist organizations. Look, I wrote it down. It's a quote of the day to know about.
They are doing that.
Dems are angry because the resistance is dead. Mark Thiessen said that. Good to see you. Thank you.
All right, guys. Yeah, guys, I'm not sure that the opposition to Donald Trump still doesn't believe the same thing they believed the whole time. And they're not seeing any of the wins, guys. They're not. They're literally still melting, absolutely, on social media. They're melting every single day. Every single thing that happens, they're like, how dare you, care about federal funds? They're like, please continue the programs that we're paying for around the world that have nothing to do with us, nor do they benefit us. please continue these things. I think it's mandatory that we continue to waste money, keep taxes high. It feels like the people who are completely like they have strong dislike. Either they are so rich that they do not care about the taxes, or they make so little money, or they even probably receive tax refunds. I've never seen a tax refund in like 2 decades. Okay, so that could be it. Either you're getting money from the government through taxes, or you're making so much. The middle group of people are the ones who are angry. Okay, these are the ones who voted Trump. Pay attention. Okay, but either way, listen. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. The fact that you just made it to the end of the video says a whole lot, actually. We have a couple other channels. MrLboyd Music, MrLboyd Movie Reacts, along with MrLboyd Discusses, where I just generally speak about the things that specifically matter to me. But in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.